All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 839. Oh my goodness, it's 839 episodes. I feel like we're almost there to that 100 mark. Wow, gonna be about 900 soon. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Anyways, all right, well, we want to say thank you for making the choice to study tonight. Get your study session in. This is a 30-minute little session. Tonight, we're gonna be doing test-taking techniques. We're gonna be looking at questions. Hey, you know what? Sometimes we don't even know what's on the screen. Have you ever had that feeling? You're like, I know I just studied this, and I don't even know what are they saying? I'm keeping it PG right now.
You should.
Because that's not the actual thing you say in your head, right? You're like, what the?
Word.
Right. Oh my word. Right. I don't feel like I even studied any of this stuff. I don't know what I'm seeing on the screen. I guarantee you have. The problem is the way they ask these things are so twisty turvy, and you don't even know which way's up, right? Accept, not accept, right? What does that mean?
Dude.
You know?
Dude.
They're throwing all these weird things at you. They're like, why can't it just be straightforward? Anyways, we're going to talk about how the fact that we just look at what's on the screen, we don't know what's going on. Brandy's going to give you those techniques, strategies, how to read it. We're going to show you a new way to approach these multiple choice questions. Unlike the ways you've been doing it since elementary school, for some of us filling in those little bubbles on the Scantron, we're going to show you a different way on how to approach it. So that way you can up your game, give you that little edge. You add this with your content, you get a pass notice. You're walking out like George and Wheezy. You know what I mean? Just moving on up. And that's what we're here for. We just want to move on up, right? We don't necessarily need to be an options trader.
Nah, man.
We don't need to do any of that. We just need to get a pass notice and just move to the next exam.
That's right.
Why? Because you're going to learn everything you need to know in the field. Most of this stuff you guys are never going to use in the field. I'm just going to be honest with you. Most of this stuff you're not going to use in the field.
No.
So why fill your storage, your valuable storage, which is your brain, with stuff that you probably won't keep forever? Let's just learn some stuff to get a pass notice, get the techniques and strategy, move on, and get that pass notice.
Yes.
So we're going to focus on all that stuff tonight. All right. First off, my name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office. I'm the guy that puts out your notices. But you're not here for my postal work. No, you're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice and strut out of there like George and Wheezy. I wonder how many people under the age of 30 are just curious to know who George and Wheezy is.
They're
like this
Googling.
They're all this old timer keep talking about George and Wheezy.
I mean, I think you should find a
No, I won't. That's a good one. If you don't like the Jeffersons, I don't know what's wrong with you. You gotta like the Jeffersons. It's great.
Relevance.
I like 1970s music. I like 70s shows. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Good stuff. Anyways, you got to see the strut at least.
Yeah.
You have to see the George Jefferson strut. If you haven't never seen the George Jefferson strut, you need to go Google that on YouTube, and you're missing it.
You're missing it
because you got to get that strut down when you're walking out with your pass notice. It is everything.
It is the best.
I'm just telling you.
That's true.
You might not like the show, but the strut.
Nobody
struts like George Jefferson.
Nah.
All right, everybody, let's get to it. What do you say?
Let's do it.
We got all kinds of great stuff in our members. We are on our second week of the Academy. We're learning stuff left and right.
Yes.
At a great pace. People are loving it. We're on that second week. This is the week that everybody wants to have further explanation. I will say this is the week that gives everybody headaches, especially in the SIE, because this week, Brandy, what are you going over?
Well, today we covered bonds. Tomorrow, options.
Yeah, like I said, everybody always wants to talk about all these different topics. They get all crossed up. Brandy's going to go explain all this stuff in her very own way, following our brand new study guide that we have. If you have not picked up a copy, go ahead and do that. Guys, it is awesome. In an ebook form, this is the paper form Brandy's holding up to the camera, because you can print it out. So when you buy a copy, you can get where you can print it out. We have a student, Olympia. She printed it out at home. It's 113 pages, and then took it to Staples and had it bound up and had a cover put on it for $7. I'm not going to guarantee those prices, but that's what she did. And so if you like it all bound up and you like that paper copy, you can do that too. But when you leave it in the ebook form, there is these nice little videos that play and give explanation, especially when you're looking through it and you're like, whoa, you can watch the video and explain all the stuff that I'm reading right now.
So I was talking to my uncle and I'm like, yeah, and that little thing right there at the bottom, that links you to a video. I said, but it
Not in the paper.
doesn't work on the paper.
No, we're not that technical yet. So if you have it in the paper form, look, I'm not trying to make fun or poke at anybody, but I have had people say, I have it in the paper form. I click the play button and nothing happens.
Yeah.
I'm not that technical yet, guys. It doesn't. You got to have it in the ebook form for the video to play.
I'm gonna show some.
But it's got some great graphics. It's got some great charts. It's a big step up.
Diagram. Oh, you can't see it.
No.
I have diagrams in here too, guys.
Diagrams, charts. There's all kinds of great stuff. It is a big upgrade from our 2019 study guide. It's got a lot more stuff that you guys are going to love, and a lot of energy went into it. So I hope you guys pick up a copy. We got, like I said, it's all on that QR code. Scan it and get your copy or hit the link in the chat in that link tree. We got that study guide. We got the SIE. We got the 6. We got the 63. We got our own community, the Discord. We got messages over there. You can join in on the academy or the 21-day plan, however you want to do it with us, and get your study on and get those pass notices. You can join in anytime on the academy. You're just gonna have to catch up. We do have recaps and stuff you guys can catch up on, or you could just stick with the 21-day. But we do the academy in a monthly cycle.
Yes.
So we're coming up halfway through the program, and it's pretty awesome.
I think so.
So if you want to check it out, scan the QR code, hit the links in the chat, 951-290-3077. That's where you can find us at, or that's where you can give me a call or a text. Yeah, I'm also on the Discord and the Telegram and the Instagram, so you can message me over there as well. All right, we got the reminders. We already talked about what's going on in the SIE. We got the Series 6 and the 63 as well. That's how the Kona Academy rolls. We do all 3 every day, and then we have a recap and review after. It's a 4-week program. All right. You ready, Brandy?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, we did have a passer, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't know if you put that in there, and I don't know why you fuzzed out.
I was thinking about something else. Go ahead.
I'm glad we glitched. All right, here we go. When they let me know, but they didn't give me a picture. They didn't let me know. But I was told by somebody in the office, we got a passer.
We did.
So congratulations. We got a passer. All I know is her name is Katie. Kylie. Sorry. See, I don't even know that. Kylie. You know why I put Katie?
My cousin?
Yeah, because Katie and Kylie are your cousins.
Yes, I have they're sisters, and one is Katie and one is Kylie.
Yeah, there you go. So Kylie passed her SIE, right? Congratulations on passing that SIE this morning. Hopefully we connect and she gets me that so I can add that to the Kona Hall of Fame. Yeah. But congratulations on passing the SIE.
Yay.
One down and a couple more to go. That's how it goes.
Yep.
All right, let's get to it. Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. This is what we all come here for, right?
This is it.
Because I know it's not me.
It's Taco Neeks.
You bring the tacos, we bring the techniques.
It's Taco Tuesday, guys.
Brandy likes to combine them. Taco Neeks. All right, anyway. We got rules of Test Taking Techniques Tuesday. Rule number 1, you're not allowed to ask, what exam did that question come from? We kind of just hide that. We don't want you concentrating on the difficulty. Sometimes we like to put difficult ones and make them really easy. So we want to show you, you don't need to get into that. You don't need to get yourself all twisted up on, oh my goodness, is that on my exam? Is that not? You guys pay attention to the strangest things instead of paying attention to what you need to pay attention to. So pay attention to those strategies, those techniques. Look how she answers every question by looking at the answers first. What are the patterns? What are the things she's noting? Last night we did the Kona catchphrase. What are her key words that she's looking and picking up? What are the connections? All that stuff. And then how do we get good at this stuff? Well, we practice. Rule number 2, we don't act like Allen Iverson. We get this thing into practice. We you know, sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. It don't matter what the score is, but we want you to do a 10-question flash quiz. That means 10 questions, 10 minutes, 1 minute of thought, no thinking, just techniques, just strategy, because you're going to want to have that in there. Guys, we have had so many passers who are glad that they did these, because you know what? They get into a pinch on the exam. They only have X amount of time, and they're like, I just went into 10, the flash quiz type thing, because I just went into that mode. I'm like, I'm gonna run out of time anyway if I keep doing it the way I'm doing it. I'm just gonna go with the techniques and just do flash quiz and just do the rest of this exam. It's better than just marking abacadabra. You know what I mean? What do I have to lose at this point? And you know what? They got a pass notice because guys, it'll work out.
Did anybody else, when you guys had to do, like, when you guys had to, like, fill in the bubbles, right? Did anybody else go, "Ooh, it's been a minute since I've bubbled in B. I'm just gonna bubble in B." Did anybody else do that?
Of course. When we didn't know the answers, we didn't know any of that, right? C looks good.
Right?
Oh, the longest one here, that's probably legit. Let me mark that one.
Ah, I used to do that all the time.
What was it? What was that movie? I think it was Do the Right Thing. It was Abacadabra, right? Where they took the exam to get in the police force.
Yep,
Yeah, they
yep.
spelled Abacadabra all the way down.
Yes. I'm hitting C too many times. I gotta mix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. So yeah, don't do that.
Don't.
Have a technique, have a strategy, and just make sure that you just get this thing done. Practice it. And look, if it doesn't work out for you 100% of the time, 90% of the time, 80% of the time, 70% of the time, who cares? If it works out for you at least 10 to 20%, and that's all you needed for the exam to get a pass, I call that a win.
Heck yeah.
I call that a win. If you're
Yes.
scoring 60% on your full exams and then you apply 10% of this, that's a pass notice, folks.
Yeah.
That's a pass notice.
If you guys have attempted the test and you're literally 1 or 2 percentage points away from the pass, implement this.
There you go.
I promise you guys, we wouldn't teach it if we didn't believe in it.
By
And
the
I
way,
didn't use it myself.
Eric put that at Kevin Hart did the abacadabra on the SAT.
There you go.
Got it from the same movie I watched.
Yeah.
Anyways, do the right thing. All right, ready?
Spell words with the
Remember it was Dre. It was Dre and Ed Lover. Yeah. The
right.
Yo MTV Rap guys.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
Brandy didn't watch Yo MTV Rap today.
No. Listen to pop.
Don't worry. I was listening to it.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Look, guys, we're starting off strong. Starting off with
Numbers.
numbers.
Oh my goodness. Brandy, are you trying to get people all crazy?
I hate numbers.
What do we do when we see numbers? What's the first knee-jerk reaction for everyone? What goes through your
Sweat?
brain? No, it's always the same thing.
What?
Math.
Ugh.
All right.
Okay.
So what do we notice?
So guys, 61, 64, 49, 52. 49 is the lowest. 64 is the highest. Somebody already
I
put
watched
in
it.
the chat that
Second highest.
yes, is the 6 and the 6. And we know that 61 is the third highest.
Is it third highest?
Mm-hmm. I'm all because you guys want to know why. Look at this.
What's higher than 61 besides 64?
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, what do you wait? Am I high?
64 is
I'm
the
like, am I
highest.
high?
No, 64 is the highest.
I was trying to see what I'm seeing here.
64 is the highest.
Yes.
61 is the third highest. Oh,
Huh?
okay. I say it.
Am I high?
No, I say it wrong. I say the third highest. Yeah, that's right.
Why
Right?
am I not seeing this? What's higher than? Am I seriously having a
Okay.
hard time here?
Okay, yes, this is the lowest.
Yes.
This is the second.
Oh,
This
I
is
see
the
what.
third,
Oh, okay.
and that's
Oh,
the fourth.
man, I thought I
Do that.
thought I ate wrong mushrooms on my pizza tonight. I was like, what is going on here? All right.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. I don't know if there was anybody else that was tripping like me. They were going like, wait, that's the second highest.
Oh, am I been saying it
Second
this
number.
whole time?
It depends on the perspective. See,
Yes.
it depends on your perspective.
Okay, so it's the one that's the third. Thank you. They read me. Y'all get it. It's the third number. It's the third number.
All right. I want to look at the question.
Yeah, let's look at the question.
All right. I was like, am I just tripping?
All right, guys, when the market price of the XYZ is 58 and options investor purchases in XYZ November 55, call at 6. What is the break even price for this option contract? There's a couple of things you guys need to know. It's 55 plus 6, which is 61. How do we know it's a plus sign? Because we go up. Because why? We call up. This means nothing.
Look how much time that saved just by noticing that. And if you don't think this works on the real exam, it does.
Legit, it does.
It does work. Does it work every time? I will not guarantee that.
So the person that discovered that it's the second highest number or the third in the row was using a different Q bank than I'm using tonight.
It still works on all those different ones. Guys,
Okay.
take advantage of the way these exams are written.
I don't know what they're
Especially when you don't know a second highest. I don't know. I feel like that's easier to understand.
second from the top. Okay, let's go on.
Like a true wife, you're like, I'm not buying into what you're saying.
All right, guys. All right. So we have she's potentially subject to unlimited loss. She's borrowing stock. She must execute the short sale in a cash account, or she wants the stock to decline in value. Okay. So we have potentially, borrowing, must, wants. So we talk about Mona here, right? Mona is must, only, never, and always. Right? This is a technique to use because do you guys remember when you were taking your true, false, true, false, true, false, right? And do you guys remember somebody at one point said to you, if your statement says a must, a only, a never, or an always, it's probably false. So we like to say here, it's usually not true. Right? So it's usually not true. There's only one answer choice here that has a Mona word in it, right? So check this out. The question says, an investor who sells stock short should understand each of the following except. Should understand is like true, except is not, right? Check it out. The answer is C. Burr, burr. Crazy, right?
Easy.
Easy. Easy. And you guys are probably, well, you looked at these beforehand. Honestly, guys, I look at these answer choices and I go, I'm just going to play the technique game.
Be honest with you, Brandy doesn't even got time for that.
No.
I'm seriously, she gets these things and she goes, and I asked her, I'm all, do you ever have like a whole, a bunch of questions you can use that you bank for test taking technique? She's like, no, I always just open up a quiz and just take them that night. Just pull them.
Yep. I either pull them on a Monday for the rest of the week, or like if I find something on a Monday, but most of the time I'm pulling them the day of.
We try to keep it like you guys see it.
Shh. Does this work on all of the exams? It works on all multiple choice exams.
Yep. Check out my Instagram. We got MLO passers. We got tattoo artist passers. We got people that got their masters. It doesn't matter. Multiple choice exams are like this.
Yep.
We have our kids doing this in high school.
Okay. To the state, to the beneficiary's estate, to the fiduciary, they remain in trust. Okay. So a couple of things that I noticed is I just looked at the twos or the remain, right? So I'm going either to a state, to an estate, to a fiduciary, or they remain, right?
They starts off with they, right?
And they, yeah. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I really do got to read the question on this one because I can't.
Who knows? We can't see anything else.
Exactly.
Nothing else stands out.
So it says upon the death, and I looked at that and I clicked on that and I clicked on that.
That's what we call a keyword connection. Death, we associate it with beneficiaries, estate.
I didn't even read the beneficiary part because here's the thing.
I said death.
Oh, yeah.
And there's beneficiaries in B.
It's true. And it does say the death of the beneficiary. So that means it's going to go to the beneficiary's estate. Why would it go anywhere else? Like why would it go? There's no reason why it would go anywhere else. Does that make sense, guys?
It doesn't say that there's any other way to go. And you guys are in life. You guys mostly have life insurance licenses, right? Right?
I
This
think
is
so.
just an easy connection.
And honestly, I think what we tend to do, guys, is we go, oh,
we overthink it.
That's a trust beneficiary. Well, what happens if the beneficiary passes in a trust situation? Why would it be any different? And we fail to trust that gut instinct. Just match the word.
Do that.
All right. Only if the gift giver decides to not record the gift, under no circumstances, only with FINRA approval, or the gift limit of $100 may exceed okay. Blah, blah. Okay. Now look.
So people are seeing that only.
We talked about only being not true, right?
D has a number.
So check this out. We got only. Now, under no circumstances is basically saying never.
Never.
And we have a number. So we have another rule here that we've noticed that if one answer choice has a number in it, it's usually the correct answer.
Right. And it's also a different.
It's a different, it doesn't have a Mona in it. So there's a couple of things that are playing in D's favor. It's got the number and it doesn't have Mona.
If this is your first time seeing this is legit how we're going about this. There's no content talk here at all, right? We're just looking at what's in the words and these answers, right? We just doing simple observations.
Now, I am going to go a little bit further on here and say occasional is a happy word when it comes to test words.
So D's got a lot of things going. If I was in this situation, I was in a rush, I would definitely do this on my quiz. I would just mark D. And then, but if I was on the exam, I would take a peek at the question and confirm.
Are there any circumstances under which the annual gift limit of $100 may be exceeded? Well, if it's occasional. And it's a complete sentence. The other thing about D, and we mentioned this last night, guys, the other thing about D is that it's a complete sentence. Remember how we said if something seemed a little wonky or something sounded a little bit more definitionally like test worldly type of thing? It's probably the answer.
So we got a student on here that's studied for like the last year, didn't have success on the 66 and the 7. And they've been studying they went to all kinds of boot camps and all these things, these weekend programs over and under, they get 85 to 90% on all their exams, Brandy. They have not put this to test yet because they're new to us, right?
Yeah.
If I were them, I would start looking at all my answer choices on your Q banks and see if you can get it right without even looking at the question.
I would
Play that game.
Yeah, I would.
You have enough content.
Yeah, I would test can I get to the right answer without knowing without seeing the question? And it takes you just a step back to look at it and go, okay, what's happening on the screen? I'm going to use common sense, maybe bank the content that you have learned and just go with your guts. And I bet you are going to surprise yourself.
Yeah. And it's going to help you out on the exam. By the way, we didn't forget to call you. We just had no time. We'll call you tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. So so we have the state, county, and city only. The city only. All investors can invest, or the state and the city only. Okay. So now you're going to say, well, the answer C. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to slow it down a second, right? Because I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit C because there's no only in this one. But if you guys look at what's happening on the screen, just slow down a little bit and say, okay, it says state, county, city only. Now, doesn't this sound like a municipal? Right? Then we have the city only and the state and the city only. Now, I'm going to say this. If the city can do it, why can't the state and county?
Yeah, good point.
So it kind of doesn't make sense that would be an answer and that would be an answer. And the other thing, I'm going to erase this without trying to erase everything. Okay. And the other thing is all. All, not always a good word because all means everybody.
It's so inclusive. Is everything always inclusive? I know that's a thing today. We have to make everybody included. But you know what? There's a lot of certain things people just aren't included in, right? There's certain circumstances where everything and everyone doesn't get to play or participate.
And can I say that all kind of sounds like always? Think about it. All, always.
Right.
So then if that's the case, we really can't go by Mona in this one.
Right.
Okay.
Everything's not always suitable for everyone.
So again, I'm going to have to look at the question.
Right. Let's look at it.
A city has established a local government investment pool. This allows investment by which of the following entities? I don't know about you guys, but it says local government investment pool, not a everybody investment pool. So I'm going with A. So you guys see how you can jump the gun. Sometimes you're going to want to and play it and you're going to hit C and you're going to be like, oh, that makes sense. Right. And that's fine. That's fine. Right. But if you just slow it down just a little bit, every once in a while, look at that question.
Yep.
Okay. Guys, what's the answer?
It's D.
You guys agree? It's D?
Yeah, it has numbers.
Right?
Just talked about it.
It's the only one that has, right?
Yeah, I haven't drifted off to sleep yet. Some of you have. Has
Has
numbered.
two. It doesn't even just have one. It has two.
That's all. I didn't even. Let's talk about.
And
Nope.
and if you guys have never been on here, Andy and I don't talk about this stuff.
No, I don't talk about this with her.
We don't like. I go, hey, is this a good question? We don't converse about the questions at all. He has not seen these.
No, she's like, the toilet's leaking. Go fix that. We don't talk about those questions.
No, but guys, correspondence 25 or fewer makes perfect sense, right? Do I have one more? Nope, that was it.
That's it. SIE test topic, by the way.
Yeah. There was one question I was going to pull,
According to FINRA.
and it might be on Thursday, by the way. There was one question I'm like, it might be on Thursday. We want more. Yeah, this correspondence thing, to be honest with you, probably would show up on the SIE, the 6, the 7, probably the 26 and 24 as well. This is probably one of those topics that shows up on a lot of things.
Yeah, SIE, by the way, has questions from the Series 7, the 65, the 66, the 26, the 63, the 66. It has them all. The SIE has all of it. So if you're studying for the 65, the 66, and you've done this SIE, it's just a step up. It's not a big deal.
Guys, we did 6 of these questions. I want you guys to know this. We answered 6 questions where we didn't use content at all.
No.
6 questions that we did not use content. Now, is that going to happen in every 10-question quiz? I'm going to say you could probably answer at least half of them.
Why not?
Without knowing the content in a 10-question quiz.
If anything, if you're not ready to jump in the deep end with the techniques, you're like, I don't know, it's so crazy, it's scary, I don't know. Hey, try it out. Just try it out. What's a 10-question quiz? Just testing it out, working it out, practicing it here and there. Do one with content, do it your old basic way. Try one with just the techniques. Then start trying to include it. Like, I'm stuck on my normal way I do it. Let me do the technique way. Let me see if I can get it. Guys, it'll help you at least see beyond what you're seeing currently, doing it the same old way that you normally do, right?
Yes.
So just practice. Look, you might not get it every time. You might, airball this thing out. If you're doing the basketball, you know what that means. You don't even hit the rim, right? You're not even close. But you know what? You're only going to get better. You can only get better. You can only get better. And like I said, if it only works 15 to 10%, why not?
It could be the edge that you need. Just by giving yourself that extra little tool to use when you get stuck or exhausted in a full quiz.
Some of you, all you needed was a couple more to get a pass. Right? All right, everybody. We got Kona Academy. We got content, free content Wednesday tomorrow. We're going to be doing some content. I don't even know what Brandy's going to talk about tomorrow. I don't even know what she does. Anyways, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be here for the Studying Brew. Until then, take care of yourself. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Don't forget to practice the techniques in your quizzes. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.